In March 2021, I was severely malnourished. Eating by mouth caused pancreatitis attacks. I had a feeding tube placed, but that failed. I tried to contact my pancreas doctor, but I could not get a hold of him. Instead, a colleague of my pancreas doctor admitted me to the hospital and started me on IV nutrition called TPN. When my pancreas doctor found out I was on TPN, he was extremely upset. He wanted me off of it. Thankfully, my pancreas doctor is very busy. He never followed up with me. Earlier this year, I had an appointment with my pancreas doctor. The main reason for the visit was to discuss my chronic pancreatitis and using TPN. The physician believes TPN is only to be used for a short time. Then the patient needs to obtain nutrition, either by eating orally or via a feeding tube. The doctor told me I had been on TPN long enough. I needed to be off of it in 6 months. With having chronic pancreatitis, my pancreas becomes enraged when I eat fat and protein. This causes debilitating pain, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. When I eat only by mouth, I become extremely malnourished. My protein levels drop and my body begins breaking down muscle. This often results in me developing heart failure. I have tried using a feeding tube. However, the fat and protein in the feeding tube formula aggravates my pancreas and causes severe pain. Using TPN has been the only method which has worked for me. TPN is a solution of sugar, fat, and protein which is delivered by an intravenous line into the bloodstream. The body does not have to digest the solution. Instead, the cells take up the nutrition directly from the blood. TPN has been life-saving. I can attain my nutritional needs without fighting every day to stay alive. After my appointment with my pancreas doctor, I was absolutely devastated. I began praying and trying to find guidance on what I should do. I decided to place a call to my primary care provider and ask for an appointment. At my appointment, I talked to my doctor about taking over my TPN. I explained it was quite easy. He just had to sign new orders anytime the nutritionist from my infusion company decided changes were needed to my TPN. My physician made a comment that TPN has made a tremendous improvement in my health. He told me I'd fought so hard to get nutrition, and this is the healthiest he's ever seen me. He said I needed TPN. He agreed to manage my TPN. I really wanted to celebrate at this point, but this was just the beginning of the process. I next had to contact my infusion company and ask for my TPN orders to be sent over to my primary care provider. I then prayed my doctor would receive the orders, sign them, and fax them back to the infusion company. I waited and waited to be notified my primary care doctor had taken over my TPN, but nothing ever changed. The name of the prescribing doctor on my TPN still stated it was my pancreas doctor. Week after week, the name did not change. I was devastated. My primary care doctor must have changed his mind, or he did not receive the paperwork. I tried not to think too much about the topic and moved on with my life. Recently, the nutritionist from my infusion company notified me that there was a nationwide shortage of IV calcium which is used in my TPN. The prescription needed to be changed to reformulate the TPN solution. When I received my new shipment of TPN, there were new doctor's orders included. As I read through the paperwork, I saw at the end my primary care doctor was the one who had signed off on the prescription change. I could not believe my eyes. My primary care doctor is now in charge of my TPN. I immediately praised God and collapsed into a heap of tears. After fighting so hard to stay alive, God provided a way to remain on TPN. I cannot tell you how overwhelmed I am with joy and gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.